Russia's Friday night strikes on Ukraine leave at least 14 people dead and 30 people injured. Iran has denied receiving any letter from U.S. President Donald Trump dismissing the prospect of nuclear negotiations with Washington. At least 14 people have been killed and as many as 30 people were injured in a fresh wave of Russian strikes on Ukraine. Local officials in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region said 11 people were killed, while authorities in the Kharkiv region said 3 people had died from the Russian drone strike overnight. The attacks came hours after the U.S. confirmed it had limited Ukraine's access to satellite imagery.
Успів вскочити в двері, тільки в убіжище. Тільки вскочив в убіжище, сильне зарево і звук шрапнелі по дверям. Тобто я зрозумів, що попало конкретно в нас.
Ukrainian authorities released video footage showing flames engulfing a multi-story building in Dobryya following the Russian strikes overnight. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the attacks, saying such strikes show that Russia's goals are unchanged. U.S. President Donald Trump says he has sent a letter to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei seeking a new nuclear deal with Tehran to restrain its rapidly advancing nuclear program, something Iranian authorities have denied. Speaking to reporters on Friday, Trump said he prefers taking a peaceful approach.
We have a situation with Iran that something's going to happen very soon. Very, very soon. You'll be talking about that pretty soon, I guess. And hopefully we can have a peace deal. You know, I'm not speaking out of strength or weakness. I'm just saying I'd rather see a peace deal than the other.
However, Iran denied receiving any letter from Trump and reaffirmed its position, stressing that it will not engage in any kind of negotiations with Washington. In 2019, the Ayatollah refused to accept a letter sent by Trump via the late Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
Thousands of protesters took to the streets across Slovakia to demonstrate against populist Prime Minister Robert Fico and his pro-Russian policies. Protests have been taking place regularly since late December after the Slovak premier visited Moscow to hold talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The trip was a rare visit by a European Union leader to the Kremlin since it launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Protesters accuse him of abandoning Europe, favoring to align with Russia instead. Fico has on multiple occasions threatened to pull Slovakia out of the EU and NATO. His closest aides have also recently enraged the public after expressing pro-Russian sentiments. His chief advisor has recently stated that Slovakia will finally have a reliable neighbor if Russia were to conquer Ukraine. Fico, whose leftist Smer party won a parliamentary election in 2023, has employed a highly anti-Ukraine stance. Since he assumed office, he's ended Slovakia's military and financial support for Kyiv, criticized EU sanctions on Russia, and vowed to block Ukraine from joining NATO.
Pope Francis spends a calm night in hospital as he continues to recover from double pneumonia, according to the Vatican. He enters his 4th week at Rome's Gemelli Hospital, where he is carrying out respiratory and physical therapy, says the Vatican. While Rome celebrates a weekend dedicated to the Vatican machinery and the Holy Year without him.